And here we go. Here we go. We are sort of wrapping up the exploration, our examination, coming into the final stretch of Metta. I'm curious, where are you on the Metta meter today? 1 to 10. You could put it in the chat if you like. You certainly don't have to. And I'm not going to be asking for a before and after my talk. So don't worry about that. But yeah, where are you on the Metta meter today? I think what is so wonderful about the daily sit is we explore many ways to understand, to look, to see, to experience whatever topic it is we are talking about. And this month we are on the topic of Metta. We're in the Brahma Viharas. And as Christina Feldman says, Metta is the universal language that honors the deepest longing of the heart. To live with safety, to be protected, to be respected, and to be seen with kindness. Lori's talk last week stayed with me specifically. She laid out 3 different lines, sentences. One that many of us are familiar with there, but for the grace of God, go I. There, but for causes and conditions, go I. And then lastly, simply, there go I. Metta cuts through the mind's construct of separateness, and it senses others as fundamentally like ourselves. Just like me, just like you. Metta is not a felt state. It's an attitudinal posture of caring attention that ultimately isn't bound by our preferences and aversions. This is the aspiration, and this is the practice. Can you imagine your world without Metta? Many people do live without kindness. We want to learn where our edges are. We want to become more familiar with the level of access we have, where we are challenged, where it's difficult to open, to feel Metta, to open to Metta, to understand Metta, and where there's ease for us. Our capacity to open to Metta is affected by much of life. The difficult feelings, the worry, the anger, fear, guilt. Or there are health issues, finances, relationships, wars. The knowledge that a lot of people are suffering right now. And in our personal lives, there are moments or experiences when we needed to receive metta and it wasn't coming our way. Sometimes we just don't have enough energy in our tank to do much of anything. And sometimes the very idea of metta, of loving kindness, can be frightening. And we can't access it. Sometimes there's an aversion to kindness because there has been so much hurt. Too much. And sometimes the very, very best we can do is not cause more harm. And that's no small thing. That is no small thing. I want to read to you some writing from the author and teacher, Jeff Foster. And I chose him to read because he's so clear. It's so clear. And a little disclaimer, I was going to clean up the language a little bit, but I thought, these were his words, and he chose them specifically, and I want to respect that. Fall in love with the darkness, with the piss and shit of life, the shadows, the hidden parts, the bits we hide out of shame. Fall in love with the innocence, our childhood fears of the dark, of being exposed, of showing ourselves, being seen, coming into the light, the doubts, the secret pains, our strange fantasies, feelings we just don't know what to do with. Terrors of the nighttime. The rage that bubbles just under the surface. The fear that we are not lovable. The feelings and thoughts we have concealed in order to maintain an image of me. To be good, to be nice, to be spiritual, to be the one who can hold it all together. Fall in love with this secret humanity. Know that darkness is not darkness, only scared fragments longing to come into the light. Beings who want love and attention and breath and inclusion in the larger picture of self. Do not seek the light, friend. Simply be the light. Be what you are, the light of life, and have the courage to shine fully onto the sore places, the tender places. Illuminate, radiate. Make it safe for the little monsters to come out of hiding. Let them know they're beautiful and worthy and not monsters at all. Fall in love with the darkness. I think that reflects the heart's movement in metta, that we're learning to embrace what we usually exile. We are learning to say yes to parts of ourselves that we have for a very long time met with shame or fear or aversion. We are learning to look at the parts of ourselves we have believed, told ourselves, disqualify us from love. Metta says you too belong. The soiled, the scared, and the sacred. The practice of attending and befriending is a deep practice. It's a practice of metabolizing. And sometimes it begins with simply acknowledging and tolerating and doing no harm. And here we hear the metta of sila. We start to appreciate how these different lists work together, not separate. And I love that no improvement required. You could hear Pema Chodron's voice. We can still be angry. We can still be timid. We can still be jealous, frightened, insecure. After all these years, here we are. Here we are. And that phrase of do not seek the light, friend, simply be the light, be the refuge. I think this echoes the core insight of metta, that loving kindness is something that we don't generate from the outside. It's actually a natural radiance when the heart stops defending. And Rumi said that our task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within ourselves that we built against it. And make it safe for the little monsters to come out of hiding. The essence of our practice is that we learn to create the sanctuary inside where nothing is rejected. So this message isn't sentimental. It's fierce and tender, both. I'll close with this. In the earliest Buddhist text, it is taught that the practice of metta is a practice of awakening. That there is no better mindfulness in this world, no better way to live in this world than the practice of metta. We are so fortunate to have these practices. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Let's turn our attention with some metta toward these bodies that work hard and long for us. Take a stretch. And maybe noticing where there's flexibility, appreciating that. Tightness. We notice. And maybe see if a little stretching or a little movement can help soften. And the smaller joints, the fingers. I just imagine throwing a ball. a frisbee. Pushing the walls like the elevator doors. The sway back and forth or front to back, rocking. Rocking is often a way to help us settle. And when you feel ready in your time, coming into a posture that's comfortable and supported, you can settle in for a while. Come on in. No hurry. And everything you were doing before you arrived and what you need to do when you leave, inviting that into the background as awareness comes into the foreground of here, right now, as if there's no better place to be. And if taking some deeper, longer breaths supports settling, please give yourself permission to do so. Letting the breath find its natural, comfortable rhythm. It will. And you might notice little graspings, grippings throughout the body, inviting them to unwind and unbind. Maybe the eyes can soften. Hands relax. belly soften. Soft belly. And for this short practice, we do our best to stay out of the discursive thinking mind, inviting the thought stream to drop down and into the body breath stream. We orient toward the posture of caring attention for whatever is here as it is and as we are. Softening and allowing. May all beings be happy and know the innermost causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Every breath is an opportunity for us to begin again. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for being here. And let me give you the chance to unmute. And we can say our goodbyes. Hold on, it's coming. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jaye.
Yesterday.
Jay.
Thank you, everybody.
Wonderful talk.
Many thanks.
Thank you for your talk.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jay.
my dear. Thank you
Love
all.
from
Be
Harriet.
well.
Metta to all.
Metta
Number
to all.
You
Metta
can
to
reach
all.
me at
Bye to everybody.
Thank you.
Love the
Thank
Jeff
you.
Foster piece.
Well,
Be well, everyone.
thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Take care,
Bye. Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye-bye.
Blessings.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow. See
Blessings.
you tomorrow, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Be safe.
The Jeff Foster
Bye.
piece was powerful, Jay. Thank you.
Yeah, I see that there was some back and forth on it. You guys have it, right? Okay. Okay.
Beautiful.
I love the chat if there is any. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.